Hi, I'm Lauren Decker, the youth librarian for the Kershaw County Library. Welcome to Stone Age Weaving. I've got the simplest little weaving project to show you today. What you'll need is a rock, the cord or yarn, scissors, and a plastic needle. And it takes less time to do this project than it does to paint a rock. This is what we're going to do. And it's easy and it's really beautiful, and almost any age can do it. If you need the supplies, call our branches. Camden is 803-425-1508. Elgin is, 803-438-7881. I can give you the yarn and the needle. The rocks are on your own. What you need is a flat rock, about 3 or 4 inches round. And I wanted to show you which book I took this from. It's been my new favorite book in our collection. It's called the Weaving Explorer. Here's a picture, and then we'll get right to it. The Weaving Explorer: Ingenious Techniques, Accessible Tools, and Creative Projects with Yarn, Paper, Wire, and More, by Deborah Jarchow and Gwen W. Steege. I've taken several projects from this summer, and I have really enjoyed it, including the brown paper basket that's on the cover. Hope you do too. Choose your rocks, your stones, carefully. Smooth stones, round stones, they're not the best candidates. You want something that has some notches in it, some toothiness, so that you can anchor your cord to it. Squared off stones work pretty nicely too. You'll need approximately 1.5 yards of yarn. Lay this across your work surface straight, and then with the side of the stone that you want as the top facing up, place the stone about 10 inches from one end of the yarn. Then take the ends and cross them across the top of the stone as if you were tying a ribbon while wrapping a package. Then take the ends of the yarn to the back of the stone and tie them tightly in a square knot. Run each end under the crossing to draw the center together. Tie them with another square knot. of the yarn to the front of the stone. Take it under the point where the yarns cross and use a half-hitch knot to draw the crossed yarns tightly together. At this point I should have actually started to use the tapestry needle or the plastic needle, but it still worked. From here is where you're going to start with the half-hitch notch. And here's a picture. Note that we now have 5 warp threads. This odd number makes it possible to weave under and over around the center in a spiral fashion. So I've finally thread my needle, and I'm going to start to weave around until I like the size of the circle, probably 7 to 10 times, but the choice is yours. Now, you can either weave tightly, or you can leave some air and some space between the rows. I think I'm going to leave a little bit of space this time. Don't forget, you're doing just an over, under kind of weave. Stop weaving opposite of where you want your string to take you back to the other side of the stone. Double back around, push your needle underneath the woven circle, and then you can take the string to the back of the stone. At this point, use a double half-hitch knot to secure it to the center. Scissors and a little bit of white glue on the ends, on the cut ends, and maybe for a bead in the center of the woven circle on the front, and you're done. these are my finished paperweights. The smallest rock was my practice piece. The brown rock was a bear to do because the cord was way too slippery, but it came out nice. And the white rock, you'll notice I put a little bead in the center. Each rock was made with a different kind of cord, was worked with a different kind of cord. I used yarn and braiding cord, which was a little too slippery, and hemp cord. I hope you'll give it a chance, a shot. It makes a great handmade gift. It's quick, it's easy, and very inexpensive. Thanks. Thanks for watching.